Hi, my name is Devin White, and today I'm going to be demonstrating my game, Tank Battle. Uh, and when you start up the game, we see this main menu here. You can choose between one player, two player, and manual. The manual is basically just instructions. It has several pages on how to play the game, what everything does. It's pretty simple. Moving on, see that there's a two-player option. This would be one player versus another player on the same computer. You just kind of trade off and play against each other. Um, since I don't have anyone to play against, we're going to go into one player versus AI mode. So opening this up, we see some red tanks and see my blue tank. In this case, the blue player is the human player and the red player is the AI. You can use the arrow keys to scroll around the map and see the different types of map tiles, such as mountains, forest, water, and grass. These all have unique properties and they're listed in the manual if you want to look that up. Now we can see that I have two blue tanks down here. Clicking on a tank, it'll display everywhere that tank can move for me based on its movement speed of 5 as seen in the information box on the right. So if I want the tank to move to, say, this tile, I can click here and we can watch its nice little drive animation as it gets there. And now we can, say, move this tank to here and it'll drive up there for us. And when we click on a tank again, it'll display the tiles that the tank can shoot to. Unfortunately, this one's just barely out of range, so we can simply end the turn now and watch the enemy tank. It's going to capture this village, which I'll explain in a second, as is this one. Neither of these tanks can shoot at either of my tanks, so it's going to end its turn. Now, there are villages on the map. As you saw, there are these white diamond-shaped villages. We can click on my tank and have it move to the village, and you'll see that the village becomes blue. That means that I own it, and as you can see, this red village is owned by the red team. At the beginning of each player's turn, they get $10 for every village owned, and the village will heal any tank that is on it. Now, you can click on this tank, which is already moved, and it'll display where it can shoot to. In this case, it can shoot over the water at this enemy tank. You see the little shoot animation and the fact that it did 8 damage. That's how moving and shooting works and capturing villages. So now this is a building. You can see that the red team has a building up here as well. You can click on it, it displays its health. When clicking on my friendly building, it will bring up the tank creation screen. Down here is listed the cost and can tweak anything about this tank, giving it more health, less health, lots of movement speed, like no damage if we wanted, things like that. And then you can press the done button and it'll create this tank. So the thing I didn't mention about this is there's a direction, and this is the direction that the tank is oriented. So say I want to make a new tank with more speed. Unfortunately, I cannot place it down from the building because there's already a tank there. So we're going to have to hit cancel, or we could simply change it to left, but I don't really want to build this tank anyway. Lastly, the goal of the game is to destroy the enemy building. So if I were to, say, move here, I could use this tank to put a little bit of damage on the enemy building. Oh, no, it's actually out of range, but I can shoot at this tank. And destroying the enemy building will win the game for me and bring up a nice win screen. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy playing the game yourself. Thanks for listening.